And then we continue along on our journey to the lovely water city of ZhouZhuang. This is one of the most popular attractions in the environs around Shanghai, and you'll find out this is a beautiful place to visit. It's so beautiful that you will not have it to yourself, of course. There's tons of people who are also enjoying it with you, and that's fine. It's been a beauty spot for many centuries. And the reason why it's so beautiful, what's the attraction? Well, it's the canals. There's a river running through it and small canals extending off from that main river. And of course, you've got a lot of tourist attractions to go with it. There's temples, there's historic houses, there's many gift shops, little restaurants, lovely waterside cafes, and the boat ride. So a couple of your main activities here obviously are walking along the canals, enjoying these beautiful willow trees and the old historic facades of the buildings. They have done a great job here of preserving the ancient buildings, something that many of the modern cities in China have not done so well. But since this is a tourist attraction, they have really kept it historic. The town is such an attraction that you actually pay an admission charge to go into the town. Well, that's fair enough. It's pretty unusual, like when you're traveling in Europe, there's no towns that you pay to go into the town. But this is a special historic preservation zone, and there's a big bus parking lot out front to keep the traffic away from the inner town. You can see this is a pedestrian town. There are no cars, no motor scooters, no bicycles even along these pedestrian lanes. It's just for people. And we had a chance to go have a look inside one of the historic houses. They're open as museums, so there's no additional charge for some of these attractions once you're in the town. You are free to then just wander through and enjoy the furnishings, some of the scroll paintings on the wall, the beautiful carpeting and hand-carved statues that go with it. And then back out into the village. It's lovely to see the walkways along the canal. Very reminiscent of Venice, but with the Chinese architecture and Chinese people all around you. Marco Polo did visit here in his travels and named it the Venice of the East. And then the boat ride. This really was a highlight. The boat pilot was singing to us, and we had the atmosphere of old China. And then it was about sunset time, so the lighting was perfect, and the lanterns were glowing red as we glided by, enjoying the scene and the people in the cafe sitting out and enjoying our boat going by as well. It's just a friendly, happy place where everybody here is enjoying the sights and having a good time, especially kind of late in the day. About sunset, it is definitely less crowded. If you come midday, it'll be busier, and especially if you come on a weekend, it gets extra busy. So try and come late in the day on a weekday, and that way you can maximize your enjoyment of this beautiful, peaceful place. There are a number of these stone bridges across the canals, the old buildings. It's fine that they have kept them looking old and not tried to modernize or improve or repair them too perfectly. And you'll notice the town is clean. The water's clean. There's no graffiti around. It's actually washing their clothes in the canal. That's quite something. Then we came across these lantern flotilla. These decorated boats just for show. They're just paddling around as part of the ambiance. There are several dozen stone arches and bridges in this watery town, but the most famous are the twin bridges. They are two bridges together that look like a key, the round one and the square one. And they have become the signature site of ZhouZhuang. So we really enjoyed this day. It was really worthwhile. Part of the reason why you'd like to spend about a week in Shanghai when you're there so that you can visit these nearby attractions and spend at least a day going out to the countryside like this. And one of the pagodas, the famous pagodas, as we make our way back to the bus and continue our drive back to our hotel in Shanghai.